Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter, and as always, thank you for joining us for a great edition of this week's EQ Video Tip. Before we get started, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. Thanks. What's on tap for this week? Well, we're in the second part of Tim Denning's cheat code, things for life that I wish I knew at 26 that I know at 36. Maybe it's at 55 or 65 or 42, whatever it might be. These are some good cheat codes that you can use in your life. Let's jump into a few more of the different tips that Tim has for us this week. Thanks. Tip number one, life is versus who you were 12 months ago. All other competition doesn't matter. When you think about life, you need to compete against yourself. When you start comparing yourself to others, stop. It doesn't help. It doesn't make a difference. What you really have to focus on is yourself. You are you. You are not them. And if you do that, you're going to focus in a way that makes you feel more successful and gets the progress in your life that you're looking for. So measure your progress, as we mentioned before, month to month versus yourself, or in his case, year to year as well. Tip number two, real relationships are built from small talk, not from LinkedIn. The LinkedIn gurus, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, those things are all wrong. If you want a great relationship with someone, you've got to make the small talk, get to know them. Don't network or seek to do business, according to Tim. Instead, start conversations around what people are really like. Use the small talk, get to know them and understand them. Those personal conversations will actually lead to the business conversation that you want to have, not the other way around. Tip number three, and I love this one, the power of focusing on one thing will change your life. And what we mean by that is find the thing you want to do, become obsessed with it, do it daily, make it a habit, turn it into a ritual, build a system around it, and you will find success in what you're looking for. And then find people who have that same obsession so that you enjoy what you're doing as well. Again, focus on the power of doing one thing really well. Our next tip, people buy into you based on your emotions. Show it or attract zero new opportunities. Now, that doesn't mean always showing positive emotions. It's okay to show negative ones too, but your emotions don't make you weak. You have to be able to control your emotions and use them for you as opposed to against you, which is what we talk about all the time within emotional intelligence. Emotions make you different. They make you memorable in a good way as well. So keep people on top of your mind when you're talking to them, and make sure that you're conveying your emotions, but in a way that you can control them to both show them the positives in life as well as some of the things that need to be fixed or might be broken, and you want to show some negative emotions towards them, but in a way that you are going to build and repair it and make it better for everyone else around you. Our last tip, when you stop having big dreams and thinking big, that's when you've died, even if you're still alive, believe it or not. The people who are alive in this world are the ones who have active imaginations, who are thinking constantly of dreams and thinking big and regularly using their creativity to increase their positivity, increase the beauty of the world, and to make their lives even better. So take time and don't walk around with the negative mindset. Instead, don't worry about things being fair or unfair and think there's no hope. Instead, figure out ways to be creative. Figure out ways to use your imagination. Don't let people silence your imagination. Instead, take your imaginations to places that you never dreamed possible. And in that case, you're going to dream big and achieve anything you want. Just remember, anything is possible. Possibility is created by the mind. That concludes this week's EQ video tip. We hope you enjoyed the tips given to us by Tim this week. There's about 36 of them, so I highly recommend reading that article. And again, thank you again for watching, and of course, make these tips yours. Thanks again.
So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.